Keep shining. Drinking that water, so powerful when you're drinking that water. It helps. So let's put the 15-minute timer on. I got my timer on, and we're going to drink every 15 minutes. Yes, it's interaction because I want you to feel better, and the benefits we just told you. So they're amazing. Absolutely. And you know what? Everybody has a story. And I like to share my story with you about intuition. And, I almost died not only once, not only twice, not 3, but 4 times. And then that 4th time was when I jumped off. It was only 2 years ago when I jumped off a cliff here in Phoenix, Arizona, into the lake at Tororo Lake. And let me just tell you, up to this point, I was going and jumping off the small one, the 30-foot, 40-foot one. Yeah, boo, yeah. I was having such a great time. And then one of my friends, Teresa, said, hey, let's go up to the big one. And I was like, okay. Okay, now, it took 2 high school kids to get both of us up there because it was pretty treacherous in the desert. I mean, it's only 111 degrees out. We're up there climbing this to go off this cliff into this beautiful lake. Well, I get up there and I realize that I can hardly swallow. I'm so thirsty. And I'm sitting there going, what am I doing? Because being diagnosed with lupus, fibromyalgia, arthritis, and Sjogren's, which is dry mouth, dry eyes, the light, I was on that cliff with Teresa, 2 other high school kids, saying, what are you doing? Inside, I'm like, oh my gosh. And you know what it was is I started to feel that fear. I started to get fearful. So Teresa decides to go off first. So I'm like, you go. She goes off. And then it's my turn. And I'm standing there in 111 degrees, thirsty, going, how do I get back down? Because my intuition told me, don't do it. And so was this like a voice? No, not necessarily a voice. Was it this feeling that I got? Yes, all over me. There was this feeling. And I was like, ooh, I shouldn't do this. But then I was like, well, how am I going to get water? Oh, I'm just going to go. I didn't listen. This is important to note because when you do not listen, so you know what? I picked up my big pants. You know how you do that. I'm like, okay, I'm going. And you know what? I jumped. And when I jumped, all of a sudden I'm falling and I'm falling and falling and falling. And all of a sudden I got scared. And instead of hitting the water and piercing the water, like you should pierce the water and hold on. No, I got scared and I brought my legs up and I hit. So I didn't do a belly flop. I did an ass flop. Yes, I said it on TV, an ass flop. And in that ass flop, it jammed my whole back up. And I went down, I came up and screamed and yelled, Teresa. And then I went back down because I didn't have any leg muscles. I was in fear. Oh, I was in total fear. But I didn't listen. Thank goodness, of course, thank God, that Teresa came out, got me, because she was in the water. There was no one else around. She came out and got me and brought me in. And you know what? I said, leave me in the water, hold on, and let me relax. I knew intuitively that I had to relax my back because I was in total stress and atrophy, and everything was atrophying, and I needed to relax and let it go so that all of them would go back. And you know, we thank Teresa, still one of my closest friends, and you know, the big thing that I learned was not only to listen to my intuition, but also going back to 1, 2, and 3, almost dying, to the power of energy. It's studying that and the power of nutrition. Not only food, but everything that you bring in and have around you, that everything is energy. And then also the power of mindset. And going back to all 3 of those again and studying those because I was out for weeks. The thing was, though, is it brought me back to that center. And you know, the important part is that when you feel, You might be unsettled, nervousness, insecurity, fear, anxiety. Taking that moment. And that's what I did. It's taking that moment and saying, is that my intuition talking to me? Or is that fear, insecurity, whatever that is? There's a different energy to it. But we're going to get to that because that's so exciting to get to. And you know what? I'd love to hear about your story because we all have a story. So please go ahead and contact me or write it or give me yours because I'm interested in how your story and how you show up. And you know what? Also, later on in the show, in another segment, we're going to talk about giving you a loyalty bonus offer. And you know what? Take that loyalty bonus offer so I can hear your story. Go ahead and take me up on that. So I'll tell you more about it in a little bit. And, you know, I really want to tell you also is how I show up now and how I show up and I shine for others. I've been shining my light all my life. My mama used to tell me, baby, you just came out this way, all energetic and all enthusiastic. But really, how do I shine my light every day? I'm positive. I make an effort and I practice being happy, putting a smile on my face to everyone. And I also do that by my 4-time best-selling books, giving those, also my empowerment coaching, the event energy enhancer, being a speaker, which helps in virtual meetings and also in person to raise the energy of wherever I go and being that light that I see in you. So that's how I do it. And I invite you to shine your light and be part of the Shine On movement. Thank you so much. Keep shining. Haha, that's how I keep shining. There's all of those that I love to serve. So thank you for allowing me to serve you. Absolutely. And thank you so much for being here in the hearts and everything. I so appreciate you. And you know, there's so many beautiful souls in the world. And, you know, I'm going to just recognize one right now. That is Sherry McQueen. Thank you for being here. And if I haven't talked to you, then go ahead and put a comment into YouTube or the Facebook page. And then I'll be able to see that. And, you know, the Shine On movement, and you're here as a champion of that. And I'm so blessed that you are, because the Shine On movement I've been doing for over 20 years. But you know what? Let me have this person tell you more about the Shine On movement and why it is my divine life purpose and passion. And I've known it for over 20 years. The Shine On movement. It's all about you raising your vibration in such a positive way that it ripples out to the whole entire world. Think about that. In your home, when you're in a positive vibrational field energy, what happens to the whole house, everyone in it, to your neighborhood, to the community, to the world? And that's the Shine On movement. And thank you for being part of it. Thank you, because you are part just by watching. Thank you, Abigail, also for being here. And you know, there's another thing that we do that I like to do every Saturday. If you're in the Phoenix area, every Saturday I have the Shine On Saturdays. And we meet at a restaurant and we talk about and we gather together all the champions of the movement, and we gather together. You're a champion, you're here, please come out. And what we do is we meet and we talk about how to raise your vibration, what's going on in your life that can help you to raise your vibration and feel better, because we all want to feel better and to be able to serve more and give more to the world. And that goes right into the Happy National Day. What is today's Happy National Day? It is Veterans Day today. And it's also Happy National, I forgot what it was, but we have Happy National Veterans Day. So here we're sending that out to all the veterans, and thank you for your service. And I really want to thank you for your service, even if you're not a veteran. Thanks for your service, because you're in humanity. Your energy is in the collective. Thank you for that also. Why do we bring up the Happy National Days? Why? Because don't you think we need a Happy National Shine On Day? Well, just take a look why I think we do. Don't you think that the Shine On movement needs a Happy National Shine On Day? Well, I think so, and many of you have that are already... Oops, I apologize for. Don't you think that the Shine On movement means a happy National Shine On Day? Well, I think so, and many of you have that are already part of the Shine On movement. So that's why I started a GoFundMe so that we can bring in money to pay for the Happy National Shine On Day. Now, 4 years ago, I put in for a Happy National Shine On Day. It took me months to write this all out and get it together, turned it in, so excited, and they said, yes, you've got it. Now here, well, all we need is a check for $50,000. $50,000? I was like, holy moly. You know what? Just like that, I know I'm going to raise that. Just like that, with your help and with everyone's help, because I know you want to raise your energy and your vibration, and we're going to party. We are so going to party. We're going to have a virtual or in person, and it is going to be an amazing day. We'll bring in speakers and vendors and have fun, and we might even run around the room and do dancing. You know me. We're going to just shine. So thank you. That's what the Shine On the National Day is about, and that's why I did a GoFundMe. So even $1 helps. You never know. So give from the heart. Give what you can. I appreciate you. Keep shining. Keep shining. Don't you think that's a wonderful idea? Right? Zena's in the house. Zena loves. Z's in the house. Yay, Abigail. Thank you so much for coming on and being here with me. I appreciate you and being a champion of the Shine On movement. And you know what? Not only the champion of the Shine On movement, but you know what? Studies. Let's go back to intuition, because that's our theme for the week. And you know what? Let's go to a study, because researchers suggest that emotions and intuition have a physical presence in our gut. It does have a physical, like a vibrational feel. And that's quantum physics. And that the gut is lined with network of neurons. Have you ever heard this? Neurons, and it is often referred to as the second brain. Now, I've heard this a lot, that it is the second brain. It's also known as the ethereal nervous system, the ENS. And it contains only about 100 million neurons. Holy moly, which is more than the spinal cord, right? The spinal cord and the parasympathetic nervous system, but less than the brain. Wow, less than the brain. Think about this, right? This is why we get sick. We have problems if we're having to make a tough choice, or we're having a bad day, or something's going on and we're really stressed out about it, because we have more of those neural nets, neurons. I like to call them neural pathways, emotional peptides. And that is scientifically proven. The study, I can't say it scientifically. I can just say that the study has proven this. Well, that's powerful stuff, right? So it says, hey, pay attention to your intuition. So let's move along, because I would love to let's hear from a champion of the Shine On movement right now. And he's also the one that helped me, and that didn't just help me. He's the one that helped me write this song, this Shine On song. He also did the music to the song. So let's hear what he has to say today about intuition.
Songwriter Fizz here. I'm actually the person that helped Angel write her Shine On song, because that's what I do for people. I help you take your message so you have your very own song. And I want to speak with you about intuition. Intuition is so important. And what I see and observe is a lot of people are inundated by what they're observing on the outside, whether it's on social media, the news platforms, and when you get consumed with that, it takes away from your inner intuition, your inner guidance. So it's really important to go inside. And also that gut feeling you have inside of you, something you need to do. It's important to go inside and listen to that, listen to your gut, listen to your intuition. So thank you all for being a part of Angel Shine On movement, because that means you really are looking to lift yourself up and improve yourself. And that's what we're here to do, and help one another. So as always, I wish you peace, love, music.
Beautiful. Thank you, Fizz Anthony, for that. Is beautiful soul to help me with my music. And he will be on in about a month, and he will be on Your Time to Shine. interview series. I'll tell you more about that in a little while. And you know what? We're up to this beautiful place where we are going to talk about what? The secrets to igniting your intuition. Your intuition. I know you're ready. Are you ready? You want to hear? Oh, wait, before we even start, let's do this. We have the 15-minute timer that just went off to drink some water. Now I'm a water pusher. I'm also called the what? Walking antidepressant. I'm also called the Energizer Bunny at any event to help your event. Thanks everyone for your comments. I so appreciate you. So let's everybody drink. Yes, and we're getting ready to go into the secrets. And I am so excited. But before we do that, before we get to those juicy golden nuggets, let's hear from our sponsor right now.
What would it feel like to have a steady flow of new paying clients every week while working less and making more money? That'd be awesome, right? We would all love to have an endless stream of clients who pay us handsomely for our expertise and work with us for years on end. Well, there is a new marketing miracle called 6-Minute Webinar technology that does just this. Go to www.6minutewebinar.com to find out how you can get access to it.
And it is a miracle. Check out my website on the event Energy Enhancer. I have a 6-minute webinar about what that is because everybody asks me all the time, what is that? Check it out because it is a marvel. Dawn, you did awesome. Bill and Jim, revolutionizing the webinars because webinars are way too long, I think. Anyway, so here we go. We got the secrets. The 3 secrets to igniting your intuition. So here we go. Secret number 1 is get moving. Yes, get moving. Now, first of all, it's not exactly, me with shine on shake, not that kind of movement. I'm asking for movement that helps you to be repetitive, that gets you in the zone, that helps you to get here, but doing something like playing the guitar. You could be playing the guitar and you're in the zone with it. You could be painting. As my world-renowned best friend, DJ Camus, will say, he gets into that zone. And then also walking. Walking is one thing that can get you really into that zone. Being in nature was a good one too to help your intuition. And then Tai Chi. Yes, many of you know I'm a Tai Chi instructor, but you know what? And the meditation in motion, because that's what it is. It's a meditation in motion. So getting that movement, getting those repetitive to help you to clear your mind, to be in a place to be more intuitive. Good. And then the other thing is get moving, release the energy, and it activates the nervous system. Okay, those walking, being in that meditation, it does calm the nervous system. Now, we want to shake up the nervous system. We want to activate it because maybe we've been in a situation like a concert or even at work where there's lots of people, a meeting, even online here. Yes, even online here. There could be 20, 30 people on a event or a conference. And what happens is that energy can get on you. And you know what? It's helpful that we clear it. We cleanse that energy. And what happens is we can do the shine on shake. And it's just shaking. I know, but I call it the shine on shake. And I do it all the time. And then also just sweeping your energy. And it's powerful. And I quote Jones Slade. And what he has to say, it is always with excitement that I wake up in the morning wondering what my intuition will toss at me. Like gifts from the sea, I work with it and I reply on it. It's my partner. Isn't that beautiful? I like that. It's my partner. Your intuition can be your partner. Or it can be, it is your partner. So I really like that quote because what I personally love to do is take that walk in the morning. Now, many of you know I'm diagnosed with lupus, fibromyalgia, arthritis, and Sjogren's, and in the morning, there's some challenges. But yet, getting up, getting movement, being in that intuitive going, I'm going to go, and then getting out there. So I really invite you. I challenge you. Now, walking might not be your thing. Maybe you want to go to the gym and get on the elliptical or something. Go for it. Or maybe it's even a bike ride. Maybe you're a runner. Any one of those activities, what's going to help is for you to move, because it activates the nervous system, which helps you to raise your blood flow, and then also it'll help calm, so you can connect more to your intuition. And that's beautiful. So I really encourage you to take the time to do that, because when you do, you'll see that you start to wander. And another one, and many of you know this one, is the dance. The shine on shake is great, but dancing. And this is something that I incorporate in my morning also. So when I get back from my walk, I come back and I put a timer on. Now, I know, but timers are good if you are losing time or you need to time block what you're doing, and you find yourself going, what did I just finish? What did I do? So I really want you to connect and maybe get a timer. Don't put it on your phone. No phone, because we tend to just turn the phone and we don't pay attention. But if you have a timer and you have it across the room and the timer goes off, you got to get up and turn the timer off for it to keep going. And I buy ones that keep going on purpose so that I actually get up and take care of it. So that's the activity that I'd like for you to do for Get Moving. Secret number 1, to connect to you for your intuition, to start really cultivating, right? To developing that beautiful intuition. Secret number 1. All right, so let's go to secret number 2. And secret number 2 is connect to your 5 senses. Have you ever done that? Have you ever really connected to your sight? Like really connected to the feeling of sight? Also the energy of sight. Also connected to the connection to hearing. Connecting to the energy of hearing. Really hearing. Taking a moment. Then also touch. The touch of things. Connect to the touch. How does it feel? What is the energy of it? Then the smell. Really connect. I have a good smeller. Some people, I have a really good smeller. And really connecting to the smell, the energy of smell. Connecting to the senses. And then the taste. The taste of something. How many times do we just eat, and do you really even taste because you're in such a hurry? Taking that time. And the thing is even with this secret number 2 and connecting to the 5 senses, is that your intuition is speaking to you through your body. It is always. And the more that you cultivate the awareness of how you feel all of the senses, you have more sensation. You have that more sensation, and it will become more intuitive when you really connect to how you feel and the energy of all of those. So if you get uncomfortable in the physical feeling when you're trying to make a decision, pay attention. When you get uncomfortable, like some of my coaching clients will come in and I'll say, something's going on right now. And they're like, well, I really have a decision. And I'll say, you have a choice. You really do have a choice right now. And in that choice, how do you feel? And they're like, oh, I feel fine. I'll make the break. No. How do you feel? And that's the thing. Do you feel heavy? Do you feel light? Really pay attention. But then also, are your shoulders hurting? Because the shoulders are the weight of the world on your shoulder. You're feeling like you have to make, and most of them will say, oh yeah, I have this heavy feeling on my shoulder. Okay, let's change the decision to a choice so that you can connect in a different way to I'm going to make a choice. I'm going to make a decision. I got to make a decision. Do you see that energy? And what happens when you go, okay, I'm going to make a choice. Maybe even dancing. Maybe doing the shine on shake. And all of a sudden the intuition will help you. Because if you notice, when things are happening in your life, you kind of feel sick in your gut, like your stomach drops. And it really does. Your stomach drops, but it doesn't. I call it that. But it's your intuition, it's your energy. And it's really paying attention. And then all of a sudden something can happen and you again have to make a decision or go do things, or something's happening and you start to get a headache. That energy is not yours. Check with your intuition. Then maybe even you get a little sick. your body is talking to you, and your body is always talking. And stress, absolutely, the response, it activates this false fear. And we talked about fear earlier, like when I was on the cliff. That was false fear, because in reality, if I would have pierced, it would have been fine. But I got scared, didn't I? I got fearful. And it's your body is trying to tell you something, and we don't always look. So look around. And if you really look around and you're stressed out, a lot of times it's because you're overly busy. And this is a big one. Many of you are so busy and you put so much on your plate that what happens is the quiet voices of your intuition, they're trying to get through to you, and they just can't get through to you because we don't have a clear line. That roadway is not clear because we're so busy. And then we feel the connection of that fear. Feel the connection of being in feeling almost insecurity. And when you feel that, that's when you say, okay, let's check in my intuition and be able to stop, and to connect to it. It's so helpful when we do this to really connect. And it is so true. Thanks, Z. It is so true. Thanks for saying. And it is. And I love that, because it is time to connect to all your 5 senses and take the time to connect, because it will help you with your intuition, because intuition is powerful. I am one that's always listening, because I am really blessed, because even being diagnosed with all of those immune systems, it really helps me to stay in oneness with my energy and how I feel. So yay, that was number 2. So here we go. Oh, and also in number 2, what I want to do is the action that I want you to take, because I always give you an action, because why? I can. So I give you an action. So for number 2, which is the connect to your 5 senses, is I just want to challenge you on this, to take the time while you're eating to actually taste your food. I mean, I really do. I want you to do what? I really challenge you. I invite you with love to take a bite, chew it at least 10 to 15 times, 20 times, 30 times, and taste it. Feel the taste, not feel it. Be one with the taste and feeling it coming through. It's nurturing your body. So that's another way to be intuition and to connect to it, is all the senses. Yay! Okay, great. So let's go to secret number 3. Secret number 3 is get out of your comfort zone. Now, we talked about that earlier when we talked about allowing and choose to get out of your comfort zone. Now, today we're going to talk about the same thing, because why? Many of you are stuck in it. And it's just like, and I quote this guy out of Switzerland, and he even said, getting stuck is not the problem. Staying stuck is the problem. And that's the thing. Many of you are stuck in your beliefs, or you have that foundation that has kept you stuck. And we don't want you to be stuck in that comfort zone, is what I'm going to call it. But it is also being in a beliefs or your foundation that's not working for you. So we're going to get out of that, because when you really get out of your own comfort zone, what are you doing? You're seeing a new perception. How many times do I give you a new perspective? And you go, oh, I never thought of that. I mean, every day I'm always wanting a new perspective. That's why I keep learning and studying and going to classes. And that's what getting out of this comfort zone to be more intuitive is what I want from you. I don't just want it. I really invite you to do something different, because it'll help you. So please, right, take the action. Maybe it is getting some new friends and going out. Maybe it's even going out and saying, ooh, I've never done that before. I'm going to go by myself and go to this meetup group. And there's many meetup groups. If you don't know meetup.com, check it out, because they're everywhere. And I have 5 groups, and I am always getting people, and they're like, I'm so nervous to go. But you know what? Intuitively, I'll ask them, well, what made you do this? And they said, I had a feeling I should come, that it would be okay. I mean, think about that. they had a feeling, so they stepped into it by what? Stepping out and changing what they usually do, and that's the big one, taking the action for a new perspective in your life, and also do some other things like change color of your hair, change the way it is. Like just 4 months ago, I changed my hair and I had to go flat, and it took a lot because it just sits up by itself anyway, but I put it to the side because I wanted something different. 15-minute timer for you to drink. So here we go. Let's drink. I'm that water pusher every 15 minutes. I'm also the walking antidepressant. I've been called that too. And then the Energizer Bunny. Yeah, the shine and shake. So let's go back. Okay, let's go back to number 3 secret. Get out of your comfort zone. Get out of there. Get out of your comfort zone and change something about you. Wear different colors. There's many of you that wear black all the time. I noticed that. Wear something bright for once. Just do something different, and take a class. Also, it would be helpful to go ahead and take something like a podcast. Go ahead and check out a podcast. Go ahead and check out one of my elder shows, because we talk about happiness. We've talked about honesty. There's many different topics that you can get the secret. So go ahead and check it out. And then also really invite you to go volunteer somewhere and get a really different perspective when you volunteer and help others. So that's about getting out of your comfort zone, because why? It'll help you do what? Have more intuition and have that more intuitive mind and connect. And it's just like Dan Stevens says, and I quote, "The comfort zone is the great enemy to creativity. Moving beyond it is necessary for intuition, which in turn cultivates new perspectives and conquers fears." I like that one, Dan Stevens, because that's a good one. The comfort zone is the great enemy to creativity. So if you're having creativity challenges, it might be because you're not really connected to your intuition. Ooh, okay. So another one was Harry P said, and he said, "It is through science that we prove, but through intuition that we discover." Ooh. Think about how many times do you really discover your life, because it's not real. You can't prove it, but yet you know it. And this is powerful stuff. So just remember that. And your activity that I'd love for you to do is every day I want you to feel in your gut and take the action. One thing that someone and say, and you're thinking about. So the one thing I'd like you to do, it's like calling somebody. Like you have this feeling, ooh, I should call Nancy. Go ahead and do it. That's what I'm asking you to do, that activity, that one thing that you do, and go ahead and call. And I bet you that person's going to say what? "I was just thinking about you." Oh, that's powerful. It's just one thing. That's what I'd like you to do. Yes. So you know what? There's one other tip that I'd like to give, one other secret, and that is the secret out of the Shine On book, because every single one of the 52 secrets, plus there's bonus, is an action step. So everyone breathe, because I always start out with breathe. Why? To be centered, cons clear. There you go. There you go. When entering a new situation or meeting a new person, take a breath and connect to your intuition. Pay attention to your first reaction to this person or situation and breathe. Ooh. It's powerful stuff. Powerful stuff when you connect and you actually just take a moment. We don't always, and remember we started out, the problem with intuition at first, that many people get into fear or insecurity, and they're like, okay, is this my nervousness? Is this my fear? Or is this really what I'm feeling? So taking that breath will help. So there's your 3. And let's review. Number 1 was get moving. And then get moving. And then number 2 was connect to your 5 senses. And number 3 was get out of your comfort zone. So yay on those. And you know what? Thank you so much, because now you have all 3 of them to work with and to see how they pan out. And you know what? We have another champion of the Shine On movement that's here with us. today. So let's see what she has to say about intuition.
Proby, and I am so excited to be here and to be a part of the Shine On movement. Thank you, Angel, for the invitation. I want to tell you about intuition. For me, intuition is like my internal radar system, the IRS. I think of it as the still small voice within that is always whispering, that's guiding and showing me the way. Truly, intuition answers the prayers that I am always seeking. It also helps us with our desires, wants, and determinations. So how do we know what is intuition? Think about it as a feeling in the gut, maybe a nervous system or nervous feeling that you might have, or maybe a tightness in the throat, or just something feeling uneasy in your heart space. So whenever you get those feelings, you may want to just take time to be still, quiet your mind, breathe, and listen within. Your IRS or internal system or your intuition is always here to guide you. So I'll leave you with this. Doubt means don't, generally. It's a good rule of thumb to follow. So trust your heart, trust your life, trust your intuition, trust your gut. Remember to shine on.
Oh, I love that. She did so awesome. And you know, she's going to be on Your Time to Shine a little bit later in a couple of hours today. So stay tuned to that also. And you get to know Johnny and what she does for the world to shine her light. So thank you, Johnny, for that. And you know what? Now in this segment is when I want to give you a beautiful bonus. And this is because you're a champion of the Shine On movement. So I would love to give you a loyalty bonus. And you know, that loyalty bonus is having a 30-minute with me. And I'm going to put it in the comments. And you know, it is powerful when you want to reach out, get vulnerable, and chat. And it's a 30-minute chat with me about energy. So that's your bonus gift. Let's get on my calendar for that loyalty bonus coaching session with me for 30 minutes, because I'm excited to really help you with your intuition and anything else that you would like to chat about. Let's do it, because it is powerful stuff when you connect. So, you know, even right now in the celebration, I like to celebrate an amazing 360. And you know, because E360 is amazing, and this is why. Thanks, E360, and also everyone over there, from Jim Grant to Tamara Hunter to Lauren Harris to Amelia Ramon to Crystal Richardson's, and so many more that are on the E360 that are really getting that out to billions of people. So I want to thank you to Aaron, who is the CEO and the founder, that I was able and been able to show up here and to serve billions of people with the Shine, not only just the Shine On show, but also Your Time to Shine. And right now we're going to go into what Shine has to say about intuition. So let's finish that thought on intuition. Now, Shine, this is my dog, Shine. Yeah. Are you surprised that my dog's name is Shine? So let's read what Shine has to say about intuition, because it's fun. You know, our pets are really powerful. And you know what? Before we go into that, let me tell you about our next commercial break that I'm going to talk to you about, because I don't have a video right now. And she comes, and she is an amazing lady, Barb Anderson, and she is a pet psychic. And what she does is she helps to tap into your pet, any pet, and tap in and to be able to communicate. Maybe your pet is having a challenge with some things around the house and not listening, or maybe your loved one passed, your pet passed, and you'd like to see how they are. Or maybe you want a new pet and you're calling that new pet. You know what? Barb Anderson is an amazing pet psychic and she can help you. So reach out. I will leave her information in the comments so that you can reach out. And she is actually even giving a free pet reading if you would like a 15 minutes. So take her up on that if you want to connect to your pet. It's just amazing. So let's go back and thank you for that. Amazing. So speak, shine, speak. Every chapter says what shine has to say about whatever the theme is. Animals always pay attention to their intuition. Shine knows when someone needs love and shows this by sitting on their feet. She totally does. Doesn't yours? Shine's trainer Lisa says this is instinctful. Shine is also a great judge of character. They really are. Pay attention. She will let you know how she feels about people we meet. If you have pets, you may have noticed how they react before a storm or an earthquake. Think about that. Animals trust their intuition and act accordingly to communicate the message. And she totally does. So think about your pets and how intuition is so powerful in all of the pets. So thank you, Shine, for the intuition. We're almost at the top of